Labuan Bajo has a special relationship with the sea.
The seafood is so fresh. Is it still moving?
The recipes here use endemic plants that have nourished the locals for generations.
Very fresh, very herbaceous, very delicious.
Labuan Bajo is the main gateway for the many exotic wonders of East Nusa Tenggara. The area owes its name to the Bajo people, one of the last nomadic sea gypsy tribes that has lived on the ocean for centuries. It is not surprising that one of Labuan Bajo's most iconic dishes involves seafood.
This is a dish that juxtaposes the sweetness of fresh fish with a clean, sour broth. It reminds me so much of a dish my grandma, Nenek, used to make. Curries were too spicy for us as kids, so Nenek would cook singgang, which is very similar, as a way to include us in family meals. Shallots and garlic are sautéed until fragrant. Lemongrass and kaffir lime leaves create a beautiful aroma. Tomato and turmeric are added, followed by the main attraction, the fish, which is cooked until it's just done.
Turmeric gives it a bright, sunny color and a wholesome taste that will serve as a reminder of how good it actually is for you.
For that sour punch, tamarind water is added before finishing it off with a splash of lime and a handful of Indonesian sweet basil. The key to this dish is getting the right amount of sourness without overdoing it, and of course, using freshly caught fish.
After trying ikan kuah asam in Labuan Bajo, you may never want to eat seafood anywhere else.
There is a belief that sea gypsies have a way of communicating with the fish. They are like fish whisperers and are able to call the fish with just a few knocks on their wooden boats.
Make sure you try it. Now, most people don't pay very much attention to the rice that accompanies their exciting dishes. Rice is rice, right? Well, this next dish isn't your run-of-the-mill rice dish. In fact, it is not rice at all.
Nasi jagung or corn rice is mashed yellow or white corn mixed with grated coconut and coconut millet and then steamed.
This dish takes us back in time to when corn was actually one of the staple crops planted in Labuan Bajo, as it was highly adaptable to dry areas.
A perfect pairing for the intensely flavorful cuisine of Labuan Bajo.
While nasi jagung plays the role of sidekick in Labuan Bajo cuisine, our next dish is colorful and has no problem standing out in the middle of any plate.
Rumput rampe boasts an eclectic mix of tropical plants that symbolize harmony in diversity.
Very healthy and beautiful, with green leaves, yellow papaya flowers, and red chilies.
Rumput rampe is a spiritual dish. Traditionally, harvesting ingredients for this dish would involve being barefoot, feet touching the earth as you forage for the best ingredients in season, which is the reason that ingredients for this dish vary between villages.
Rumput rampe is complex in flavor. There is bitterness, spiciness, savoriness, all in one, and a good cook can balance out all these flavors.
Every region has their own way of minimizing the bitterness of papaya leaf. In Labuan Bajo, the papaya leaf are boiled with cassava leaves.
Each element is prepared with care, boiled or steamed separately, respecting each ingredient's timing for doneness. Next comes banana heart, which is massaged with salt to extract the sap, then rinsed, sliced, and steamed.
Shallots, garlic, chilies, salam leaves, and kaffir lime leaves are sautéed, creating an aromatic paste that is absolutely delicious. The veggies are added along with fried anchovies for a nice savory crunch. Finally, the dish is removed from the heat and raw grated coconut is mixed in.
Be warned, rumput rampe is very bitter. But it's the kind of bitter taste that you just can't get enough of.
While ikan kuah asam is easy to find, rumput rampe is quite rare. It is reserved for special gatherings like weddings.
A great tip for all of you wedding crashers out there. Traditional knowledge translates into really delicious dishes that you don't need to feel guilty about. Join us for more wonderful culinary adventures with love from Indonesia's best ever eats.